Hey, Rob from Morty42 here, and today we are going to be talking about Mare of Easttown, an HBO limited series. I watched it on HBO Max here in the United States, but it's available on Sky and other countries. So yeah, is it worth checking out? Let's dig into it. Created by Brad Ingelsby, Mare of Easttown is an HBO limited series about a detective in a small Pennsylvania town who investigates a local murder while trying to keep her life from falling apart. The series stars Kate Winslet, Julianne Nicholson, Gene Smart, David Denman, and Evan Peters. It's a drama. It's a drama. In fact, well, it kind of goes into melodrama sometimes. But hey, look. The first off, I just want to say that the acting, just across the board, is excellent. Like there was not one performance where I felt like I couldn't believe what these characters were doing or what these actors were doing. I mean, this was very, very, very well acted. And yeah, if Kate Winslet doesn't at least get nominated for another Emmy, it's something wrong. There's something wrong because she was absolutely fantastic in this show. The cinematography is really, really awesome. I mean, it does a great job of painting Easttown as this really gloomy and sad place. I mean, I'm sure it's part of it is the color grading, but there are times when they've intentionally taken the color out of the image a little bit, and you can really tell, especially towards the end of the series when things brighten up a bit. When things sort of start to things start to work out a little bit, I guess I'll say. You can definitely tell the difference in the color grading there. And it's, look, I got to say, the Northeast is great for that kind of thing. It definitely, you can feel the almost, the squalor that some of these characters live in. And it's really, really well done. As I've said, there's a lot of different actors. There's so many characters to keep track of, and there's never a time when you're like, now wait a minute, who's that? They do a really, really good job of fleshing out these stories. The problem with that is it seems to take away a little bit of the focus away from where the story is heading. Sometimes there are definitely moments in this show where I'm like, wait a minute, is this part of, wait, why are we taking this little sidestep, away from the kind of the main investigation? It's those kinds of things. It can be a little distracting, but I mean, if you ease into the show, if you kind of let the show just kind of work, I feel like it's not that bad. I will say though that the drama of the show turns into melodrama a little. I would say, especially toward the end, there seems to be a lot of it, and I don't mean this to be necessarily a bad thing. I just know that from my point of view, it was kind of one of those things where it was like, okay, how much can these characters actually take? Because I almost feel like you're just ratcheting up the drama for the sake of drama, and it takes away a little bit from what I think they're trying to say. I would say for most shows that, when there's twists and turns and sort of misdirection and all that kind of stuff, I like that. Here, I almost felt like I could feel them coming, and it didn't feel organic. It felt, and in some cases, it almost felt hurried. I don't want to give away any spoilers or anything like that for those of you who may want to watch it, but I will say that there's a moment where it feels like, okay, that might be the end of the show, and then it just keeps going, and you're like, what are we doing here? What is it? There's a few of those, and I like I said, I don't want to try to give anything away, but it almost feels like the writer was like, oh, and you know what I mean, and just keeps writing, and it's like it just doesn't feel natural. It doesn't. There's something about it that felt very, I don't know. I could feel it. And one of the other things that they do for the characters, and like I said, no spoilers here, but I feel like when you're learning about these characters as you go along. And I feel like if you give away too much of their backstory, it kind of does a disservice to the character in a way. Because I feel like in real life, there are people that you meet, you come across, and you may even know them very, very well. Maybe a coworker or something like that. They're almost more interesting if you don't know their whole backstory. I don't know if that makes sense. And this could be just me. Look, okay, I know that that might sound weird, but for me, I almost feel like knowing too much, it kind of it gets rid of the mystery. And to me, sometimes characters are more interesting when you don't know everything. What they were doing in the show is that they were kind of saying, okay, we're going to sit you down now and we're going to tell you why. We're going to tell you why she acts like this or why he acts like this. And you're just kind of like, but, but I don't need to know that. I got enough up to this point. I don't know. This may be one of those things that people might disagree with me on, but I like not knowing. Sometimes, if you know the whole backstory, sometimes it doesn't work as well. Star Wars. I also feel like if they do end up doing a season 2 or a second series, because they basically said this was a limited series, right? And it was kind of a one-off. But if they do return to these characters, I don't know what you can do with some of them. Again, I don't want to go into spoilers, but there are times when there's a breakthrough, right? And that changes the character. And I don't know if that's going to be as interesting the second time around. Like, what are you going to do now? Look, overall, I think, that's 7 episodes. It's about 7 hours, right? I enjoyed what I watched. The only thing that I will say is, like I said, I had a couple of moments where I'm like, oh, okay, you're going to do that thing. Oh, it's a misdirection. Oh, wait, you're going to do that thing. Oh, it's another misdirection. It kind of gets to the point where you're like, okay, you're obviously showing me things for the intent to misdirect me. And when I can feel that, I don't feel like it was very deftly done. I would suggest you watching it, especially if you watch the trailer. I mean, I know that that's one of those things I say a lot, but to me, it's a very, at least for me, I like watching reviews. I like listening to what other people have to say about a movie or a series or anything like that. But sometimes it just takes me watching the trailer to go, yep, I'm watching that. I don't care what I hear about it. I don't care what I see about it. I'm going to watch that. I feel like if you watch this trailer, you're going to know whether or not it's going to be something that's going to be for you. I really, really enjoyed the performances. I didn't even mention Jean Smart. She is absolutely amazing as Kate Winslet's mother, Mare's mother in the series. She was great. David Denman was great. Evan Peters was great. I really, really enjoyed the series. I just wish that they had done a little more crafting to make things not feel so deliberate. If I had to give this a rating, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 4 stars. I mean, is it going to be something I watch over and over? No. I'll probably never watch it again. But I did enjoy the performances. I did enjoy the ride along the way. Yeah, I think it's worth watching. So Mare of Easttown, did you see it? What did you think of it? And if you hadn't seen it, are you thinking about checking it out now? Let me know down below what you think about all this. And yeah, we will talk about it because that's what comment sections are for. And it's fun. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and we'll see you on the next one.